Yes! And Gemma joins us now. Good morning.
Lovely to see you, Gemma.
I mean, you just can't help but watch it and go, they're all having a great time. They are all having the best time ever.
We are. We're just mucking about, really, larking about. No, it's really... I guess because now we're coming back for a second season, most of the cast is back. We all know each other now. We're all friends. We've, so we can really have fun, and I think you see it. It comes through on the screen how we're kind of enjoying ourselves.
For sure, but the other thing that really comes across as well, and this is what's so brilliant about the show, is you are all having fun, and it's a great show to watch, and it's thoroughly entertaining. But you also take on these big issues as well, these big social issues. How important was that for you?
Yeah, I always look for work that has some sort of, something to say.
Yeah.
And the good thing is with this is it's obviously a comedy drama, so we say it lightly, but the 1960s was a time of huge change. And so, we're dealing with big issues like gender equality, gay rights. It was still illegal to be gay and out. There's, divorce reform. Those are the key ones that we're looking at. And so, yeah, this season we go into that a little bit more. It becomes a little bit more political in a sense.
What makes it really engaging, because it's fun and it's enjoyable, and she's such a fabulous character as well.
You love her, don't you?
But then watching it and you kind of... Because we all take it for granted now, but you're watching it reminded that, one of the writers is gay and he gets caught and all that, and the implications of being that, the Equal Rights and the Equal Pay Act that they all start sort of protesting for. That's still a battle that's going on in many areas. But you suddenly realise what it was like back then. We have this idolised idea of the 60s was all about free love and having a fabulous time, but there was a lot of issues within society as well that are suddenly the backdrop of this comedy show.
Yeah, and we feel like it's so recent, and it was in a sense, and yet there was a huge change happening, especially, particularly end of the 60s, which is what makes it such an interesting time to shoot. It's just a cultural explosion, but also time of change in society. So
it's also so clever how you shoot it as well, because there are moments where you're outside and it's like the streets in the 60s.
There's always a bit of a caper in there. You're running around, you're being chased by the paps, or you're doing something, you shop it or whatever, isn't there?
Yeah, we use a little bit of, the Hard Day's Night, the film the Beatles made. We've got a little bit of a moment of that, and we're trying to kind of... But we also use footage from the 60s, real footage, and we superimpose ourselves into it. So, we do have us walking through Carnaby Street or Soho, and that's really, really fun because you get a sense of actually what it looked like at the time.
Brilliant.
And Sophie is a good Lancashire girl, Blackpool beauty queen. Let's talk about the accent, Gemma, because you can sit there and watch it, and if you don't know you're like, well, obviously that's where she's from. How do you get the accent? What do you go to sort of click that in?
Usually, I love doing accents, any accent, and I embrace it. And I love to... There's a great archive that the BBC have where they just, over the years, they've collected people, just regular people, and I found one of just these three Black Pudlian women in the 60s chatting about kids and cooking and stuff. And it was just really relaxed. So I used that and I would listen to that over and over and over. But also my best friend, Sarah Stone, is from Blackpool and she's never seen the show.
Has she never seen it?
She has no idea that there's like inflections that I use that are completely hers and, but yeah, so I know someone from Blackpool as well, and I lived with her for a long time.
Did you not get her to pass your accent though? Have you not asked her, right, go on.
No, I don't know. She might think that I'm overdoing it. I probably am a bit. All the Black Pudlians out there are probably thinking, oh, no, it's a bit too much, but yeah, it's a lovely accent to do. And Lancashire is such a fascinating place for accents. There's about 150. Every town you go to is a different accent.
Different twang.
Yeah. In a really small area.
Yeah, like Liverpool
weirdly.
and then Bolton, and they're all...
Yeah, and you actually learnt clowning as well for this role, because so much of it is physical comedy. Yeah. And of course that's all about timing and... do you have that in real life? Because you're so glamorous.
I know, and elegant, yeah.
Honestly, I love coming to these, doing telly and stuff, because I get to glam up, but in real life I'm really scruffy and very, very clumsy, and I crash into things, and I am quite slapstick in real life, so...
But not deliberate slapstick?
No, just very, clumsy, and so doing the clowning was really fun, because it's based on that, but then you accentuate it more and you overdo it and stuff. So I love all of that stuff. Anytime I get to do anything physical like that is fun.
Yeah.
There's a brilliant bit of scene, slapstick stuff between you and one of the new cast members in this series is Roisin Connerty, who I think is one of the funniest women women on television anyway.
Yeah.
Naturally funny bones. And the two of you together, I wonder what it was like working with Roisin, because I can't imagine you can ever do anything serious.
It was amazing. I mean, I think she's so wonderful and she's so perfect for the part, and she brought so much of her own experience to it.
Because she's done her own sitcom, didn't she?
Yeah, yeah, and she's just naturally, you know, some of the stuff she comes out with, you know, when you're not sure if if she's aware of being funny, it's that good. And because I do a lot of physical comedy, and she was sort of allergic to that aspect. She actually was really funny, the two of us together, me being all physical and her just kind of, you know, being more still and vocal. It was a good combo, yeah.
Excellent. Well, you've also got another really exciting project out soon as well, The Critic. We've got Sir Ian McKellen in the studio
Monday,
again next week.
Very happy.
What a great film to work on, that must have been.
It was so wonderful, and it has an amazing cast. We have Sir Ian McKellen, Mark Strong, Leslie Manville, Alfred Enoch, Ben Barnes, and it's just such a lovely cast. And it's Patrick Marber that's written it, he wrote Notes on a Scandal, and Closer, and many other plays. And yeah, it was one of those jobs where, again, and I have a lot of scenes with Sir Ian.
Yes.
And it was just a joy.
Well, because I was going to ask you, is it nerve-wracking because he's such a legend, and there is a scene in it where you literally are head-to-head. I mean, literally head-to-head. Was it slightly terrifying?
I think before we started shooting, I was a bit sort of nervous about it. But when you meet him, Ian's so normal and personable, and he just wants to do the job. You know, we got stuck in, and it was fun, and we could play, and he's very, very down to earth, and he's a real actor's actor. You know, he wants you to go for it. So
it must be a privilege to work with someone
like that. It was the
brilliant.
biggest privilege. It was
Brilliant,
really was.
brilliant. And you actually took your little son to work as well.
I did. During Funny Woman, I did. The Critics is in my tummy.
Is it really?
So he was with you all the way through then
I
as well?
was pregnant during The Critic, and then on Funny Woman, I brought him to work, which was...
And did he recognise you when you were in
No.
Blonde.
He actually, at one point, he came on set, and I had the wig on, and all the makeup, was a lot of makeup.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
The costume was so loud, and he actually cried when he
Oh,
saw
bless.
it was awful.
So he's glad to have his mummy back.
Upsetting woman.
Thank you for coming in, Gemma. It's lovely to see you.
Yeah.
Really
Thanks for
is.
having me.
You can watch Funny Women on Sky Max and Now TV from Friday. It's
brilliant.
Oh, hello.
Don't go any-
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning.